Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be testing out a bunch of brand new products from Sephora. I am really excited because I pretty much got everything for a full face. I went on the What's New page on Sephora and I got a lot of really great stuff that I'm super excited about. And you guys know I love my drugstore makeup, but I think we all deserve to treat ourselves and splurge every once in a while. And it was requested for me to start trying out more higher end things just so you guys know like what works and what doesn't. So hopefully it is helpful. Don't forget to grab your snacks, and also if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It'll be right down below, and there'll also be a link in the description box as well because it helps out a ton. And I'm really excited that we are almost halfway to 400,000 subscribers. All right, enough rambling. I hope you enjoy, and let's just go ahead and get started. All right guys, so my lids are primed. I just used my NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the shade Custard, and I'm really excited because I'm going to be using the new Natasha Denona Tropic palette. This is the most that I've ever spent on an eyeshadow palette, and I was a little skeptical, to be honest, because I've told you guys before I would never spend this much money on an eyeshadow palette, but I hear so many people talking about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just take one for the team and just see what it's all about and see if it's worth the hype or not. So first of all, the packaging is to die for. I'm obsessed with this blue color. It is so pretty, and I'm sure you guys have seen the colors like everywhere. They are really gorgeous. I dipped my finger into like a few of them just because I wanted to touch and see what they felt like, but they feel really nice, so I'm really excited. I'm gonna start off by just taking this shade right here, which is called Fake Tan, and maybe blending that right into my crease as a neutral blending shade. To do this, I'm using my Morphe E27. Just dipping my brush into here, there isn't that much like kickback from the shadow. A little bit, but not much. I am expecting a lot from this palette, just considering obviously how expensive it is, so let's see. Really nice shade. It looks actually a little darker than it looks in the pan. Picking up this shade right here, which is called Sahara, on the same blending brush. I'm going to be applying that also in my crease. I don't really know what kind of look I'm doing today, but I know that I really want to use that green. So I'm going to just keep the crease really warm. But I don't want to add too many like red tones in it because I don't want it to look like Christmas, but I still want some warmth in there. So I don't know what I'm doing, but we're just gonna go with it. They're super buttery. Now I've heard, I don't really know how accurate this is, but from what I've seen, they had different formula. Like I don't really know what Natasha Denona's formula was then, but right now it seems really creamy and smooth, which is good. Okay, with the Sigma E25 blending brush, I'm gonna pick up the green right up here, and this is called Exotic, and it's like really nice mermaid green. It's so intense. I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna start building that up in the crease. Now this is a color that it has a sheen to it. It's not matte, but I'm still gonna go with it. Oh wow, it does take some time to like build up. It doesn't like come right away. Oh, it's a really pretty color though once you start building it up. See, like when you first start applying the color with the brush, it doesn't show up like right away. You have to kind of build it up. But it could also be like the brush that I'm using, because this is more so a color that you would pack on your lid with like a synthetic flat shader brush, but I'm doing it with a different brush just because I want the color more so on the crease, not really on the lid. And I don't know if you guys can really tell, but I don't have much fallout on my face. Like looking at myself in the mirror, I barely see any fallout, which is good. And I mean, it better be that way because this palette was so expensive. So I'm picking up a flat shader brush. This one is from Urban Decay. I got it in like my Naked palette years ago. And I'm going to be taking the shade right here, which is Limoncello. It's like a really pretty light yellow. Literally it looks so stunning. And touching it, it feels really soft. Like it has no glitter in it, which is good. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to just pack that on in the inner part of my lid. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm looking at the color. It's really pretty. It's standing out, but I want it to be a little bit more like va-va-voom. So I'm going to just spray my brush with some setting spray that I have here and just see what that does to the look. Shadow is a little crumbly, but that is so pretty. So I'm going to do the same thing. I do appreciate how pigmented this shadow is on its own though. I mean, That's really good. It's a really nice color. And then when you start mixing the limoncello with the green, you can see in the center it kind of creates like a teal sort of metallic color, which is really, really pretty. So I like that a lot. I'm actually living for these colors. I really like the formula of them. They're blending out really well. The shade is a little crumbly. It's not excessive, but like once you start, you know, dipping in a little bit, it does get a little bit of kickback, but nothing crazy though. All right, I'm gonna use the clean blending brush and I'm gonna just pick up more of the shade Fake Tan that I was using earlier, and I'm gonna kind of just run that very lightly in the crease area. I think I kind of want to add a little bit of the shade Mini Frost in here, which is like this green teal color. And I think, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna take that on this ColourPop brush that I have and I'm gonna apply that right on the center. Hopefully the camera is picking it up. I put the brightness down a little bit on my camera. I don't really like doing that too much. Then it looks so dark like in my background, but I really wanted you guys to see the shades and hopefully you can. They're so pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm so impressed right now with this palette. I really like it and I probably shouldn't because it's so expensive, but. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do my winged liner. I got this new one from Stila, which I'm really excited about. Let's open it up. See, this is called the Micro Tip Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I've never tried any eyeliners from Stila, but this is just what this one looks like. Comes with a really, really fine tip. Oh wow, that was like super easy. All right, so lashes are on. I used the Scandal lashes in the style Hollywood Glam. I'll leave a link down below to where you can find these. I'm literally obsessed with them. They're super comfortable, they're really beautiful, and they're really affordable. So check the description box below. I'm also loving this liner. You can see how black it is. I know my liner never looks completely perfect, but I am obsessed with this. The consistency, the formula, I love how black it is. Like, I'm literally so happy with it. I normally don't really love pen liners like this, but this tip is so flexible and it's just like, ugh, it's amazing. So this I love. All right, so now for skin, I got this new primer from Tatcha. Ooh, so fancy. I've never tried anything from Tatcha. This is the Silk Canvas Filter Finish Protective Primer. It just looks like this. Really nice packaging. It's super sleek, and then you just kind of twist it open like this, and it just looks like that. It kind of smells like men's cologne. Not complaining. Apparently on Sephora's website, it's pretty much for all skin types: normal, oily, combination, dry, and sensitive. It says use a right size amount for the whole face with fingertips. Massage this onto your whole face. Priming balm that smooths and makes makeup last longer while keeping it out of skin, helping to prevent clogged pores and breakouts. So it's supposed to help pores, oiliness, dullness, and uneven texture, which I do get some texture. It's gone down so much because of my skincare, but I do have a little bit. So let's just go ahead and just go with it. That's a lot. Oh my god, it really smells like men's cologne. I actually really like it. It feels like a really thick sort of clay consistency when you apply it. I still see my pores. I mean, like, it's nothing crazy. It does smooth out the skin. It feels really soft, but it's nothing like, I feel like, out of this world. I mean, I don't know. Let's see how the foundation applies over top. So I got the Cover FX Power Play foundation, and I got this one in the shade G+40. It's actually a lot smaller than what I initially expected, and the packaging is really different. It looks like you're gonna get a pump, but you actually get like a squeezy tube formula, which I don't mind it. Don't love it, don't hate it. So this foundation has full coverage, matte finish, and it's for combination oily skin, which I have combo skin. So it says it's a modern matte blurring foundation with weightless full coverage that provides sweat-proof all-day wear, long-lasting shine control, environmental protection, and a finish that will not oxidize. So we shall see. I guess I'm gonna mix it up a little bit and just put some on the back of my hand. I'm gonna do Beauty Blender on one side, brush on the other, because I really like my foundation with a brush nowadays. I don't know why, but I do. This is not full coverage. Not with the sponge, at least it's not. And I'm using just my regular new teal Beauty Blender, by the way. This isn't even giving me like medium coverage. You can still see definitely my skin peeking through. Interesting. Let's blend out the other side with my brush. I'm using my Morphe M439. Definitely is a matte finish. but it's not drying, which I like. You guys, this is not full coverage. I don't know where they got that claim from, but it's not full coverage. This is like definitely light coverage. You can still see like all of my skin peeking through. It looks like I just put a BB cream on. Let's build it up because I feel like with this look, I need some full coverage. I usually only like BB creams or stuff that's light coverage when I'm like in the summer and I'm tan and I have like amazing skin and I don't have like anything to cover up. I just kind of want to even out my skin tone. That's usually when I'll go for that really light natural look. But like in general, when I do my makeup, I like medium to full coverage, preferably full coverage. Thought it was the beauty blender that was giving me like no coverage, but it's actually not. It's just the foundation. With the brush and the sponge, I didn't get the coverage that I really wanted. This foundation is light coverage, and then when you build it up, it's medium coverage. I do like it. I like the way it looks on my skin. I just don't like the fact that you have to use so much, because I feel like there's other drugstore and high-end foundations where you don't have to use that much product to get good coverage. So then for concealer, I'm really excited. I got the new Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer, and this one is in the shade 2W. It just looks like this. Really traditional packaging. I really like it. I smell everything. Oh, I think the shade's gonna be perfect. I like this applicator because I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's really, really flexible. I think that's really, really nice. I do like that. It's so creamy. It's like literally melting into the skin, which I love in a concealer. I do feel like it actually gave me some good coverage underneath my eyes. I don't really have much darkness peeking through. If you guys are familiar with the Tarte Shape Tape, you know it's like, kind of like a powder finish underneath the eyes. It's very matte. This one doesn't feel like excessively oily or hydrating, but it is more hydrating than the Tarte Shape Tape. Okay, so for powder, I got the new Becca Hydra-Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Packaging, it just looks like that. I'm trying not to blind you because it's like mirrored. This, I believe, is only in one color. It says, keep me closed to keep me cool, right on the lid. I'm like looking outside because it's like still light out and it's like 6 o'clock, and I'm so happy with daylight savings. It did mess me up a little bit last week, but now I'm back on track and I'm happy. It does have like a peach sort of tint to it. I don't know. Can you guys see that a little bit? So I'm going to use my sponge. I like to always run through the creases a little bit, dip in here, and I'm going to set my under eye. Oh wow, it feels really cooling underneath the eyes. That's so weird. Oh my god, it feels so cooling, like instantly when you apply it, and it's not because my sponge is damp. Trust me, I can tell the difference. It is like so smooth, like literally so smooth. My face looks a little white right now. We need to add some bronzer, girl. I'm gonna just take my Wet n Wild powder brush, dip into this powder very lightly, and just, okay, set the rest of my face. This feels wet on my skin. Oh my god. It literally feels like my brush was wet. Wow, that's really different. All right, I zoomed you guys in. I'm gonna let that powder dry because I feel like I need to, so I'm gonna just finish up my lower lash line. So what I'm gonna do is just hop back into the Natasha Denona palette. I'm gonna start off with the shade Fake Tan again that I was using earlier, and I'm gonna just smudge that right on with a pencil brush from Morphe. With a definer brush, also from Morphe, this is the M432. I'm picking up the shade Exotic, and I'm gonna just apply that right on my lower lash line, which is the green shade. I'm really gonna press this in there, and you know what? I'm actually gonna mix it with the shade Tiger Lily, which is a really deep royal blue. So pretty. I'm gonna just mix the two because why not? I'm gonna focus the shades really on the outer part of my lower lash line. I don't really want to close off my eyes too much, so I'm gonna focus the darkness on the middle and outer part. When you mix the two, I feel like you get a really pretty like teal color, and I really like that. Picking up a smaller brush, I'm gonna dip into the shade Lemoncello. I'm gonna take that on a really small brush. I'm gonna spray it, and I'm gonna apply that in the inner tear duct. Kind of dragging it towards the inner corner as well. You don't really have to spray your brush with this shade. It's honestly really pigmented on its own, but I like to do that, just to give it a little bit of an extra pop. I'm also going to be lining my waterline. This is not a brand new product. It's new to me though. I've never tried this shade. It's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil, and this one is in the shade Mildew, which is a really nice green color. It's actually like the same color of my shirt, which is nice. Alright, I look super ghostly white. I need to add some color back into my skin. So I did a video testing out the brand new Anastasia products a few weeks back, and I picked up a bronzer. I got the shade Cappuccino in that video, but I didn't really see any other like super brand new bronzers, so I just got another one of the Anastasia ones in just a different shade just to test it out today. Cappuccino is pretty dark, but it does work with my skin because the formula isn't like, I don't want to say it's not too pigmented, but it's not muddy or powdery when you apply it, so it's very, very wearable even though it is so dark. So I picked up the shade Saddle, which looks pretty dark too, but it's a little bit lighter than Cappuccino. So I'm going to be using this just to start off by bronzing the skin because I really feel like I need it. So I'm going to be using my Morphe R2. If you don't like warm bronzers, you're not going to like this bronzer at all, or any of them, because they all seem very warm, very like red toned. Alright, so then I'm going to go ahead and contour a little bit with the same powder, and I'm going to just use a different brush. I'm using the LA Girl 104. Alright, then for blush, I picked up this new Sephora Holographic palette. You get 3 highlighters, 3 blushes. I'm really excited about them just because they look so different than anything that I have in my collection, and I figured with the crazy eyes, this palette will work. So for blush, I'm actually going to be mixing this one with this like really gorgeous orange bronze color. It's really pretty. They're really, really vibrant. Alright, so I got this Becca Ocean Jewels highlighting palette, so I'll probably use this in conjunction with this Sephora Collection palette. Realistically, I'm probably not going to use this blue, like with this look, it's just not going to work. So I'll probably use this shade right here, which is like a really pretty, looks white on camera, but in person it has sort of like this really pretty like green sort of undertone to it, which is perfect with my eye look. So I think I'm going to use that along with this Becca palette. So I'm going to mix the bronzy color, and I'm going to take this like yellowy shade. I love Becca's face palettes. They are just like always so on point. I just switched brushes because I feel like the Morphe M501 applies product so much better than like a lot of brushes that I have. Alright, and then on the other side, I'm going to just use the Sephora Collection shade right in here, and I'm actually going to mix it with this pinky one, which doesn't really match. I like to match all of my makeup. Like I like for all of it to kind of go together. Ooh, that's really, really pretty. Has like I said, it has like this green sort of undertone, which I think you can kind of see it a little bit, but it looks so pretty with like all that I have going on in here. I really like that. This highlighter is really pretty. It's really different. I feel like I need a lot of glow to my skin because my skin, it feels so dry right now from that powder. I'm gonna even do some on my chin. Alright you guys, I'm living for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spray my face because I need some hydration. I saw this new Too Faced Festival Refresh Mystical Effects Setting and Refreshing Spray, and looking at it, it looks like there's a ton of stuff on the bottom, if you can see like right here. So I'm gonna mix it up. I hope there's not glitter in this. This apparently is limited edition. I know they have like a new like unicorn collection. Is anybody else tired of these unicorn collections? I mean, I love Too Faced, but it's kind of just a little kiddish to me. I like collections, but I like things that are not unicorn. Does that make sense? This smells like orange Tic Tacs. I'm not mad about it. I'm gonna just line my lips really quick. I didn't get a new lip liner. They didn't really have anything new. I'm not really super impressed whenever I try new high-end lip liners, so I just stick with my drugstore one. I'm using my NYX one. I am topping that off with the Fenty Beauty matte lipstick, and this one's in the shade Single. Apparently these are super dry. I was reading the reviews and apparently they're dry, but I don't know. It's really cute. It has FB on the lipstick, which that's really cute. I love Fenty Beauty. It actually seems really creamy. That's a really nice color. This isn't dry at all. Literally every other comment on Sephora's website, like in the reviews, said this is extremely dry. This is creamy. I'm so confused. This is really, I love this color. This is really nice. I wore this shirt in another video. I'm an outfit repeater. Hashtag Lizzie McGuire. All right, I'm gonna spray my face one more time because why not? Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I'm honestly loving this makeup. Like, I'm so happy with almost every single thing that I tried. I think my face looks super smooth. I love the lip color, the eyes I'm obsessed with. Like, this look is just like everything to me. I love the green with the like orange nude lip. I think it looks really pretty together. The highlights, I'm obsessed with them. The only thing that I can say that I'm not 100% living for is this Becca powder, only because I feel like it's a little drying. Like when you apply it, it feels really cooling, it feels really nice, but once it's like settled into the skin, I feel like it kind of makes my skin feel a little tight. I don't like that feeling. I guess if you have severely oily skin, this could be good for you, but this is extremely drying and matte. That's why I set my makeup twice, because I felt like I just needed that extra hydration, so I wasn't really obsessed with that. I mean, it does make my skin look really smooth, but not loving it. I'm gonna keep using it, but I'm not obsessed with it. I do really like everything else, to be honest. I don't really have any other complaints. This lipstick, I'm obsessed with it. Like, I want all of them. This is like the creamiest formula ever. The concealer was really, really nice. It was just so creamy. I really like the coverage, and really great hydrating, great coverage concealer. So loving that. I really like this palette. I do feel like there's other really great alternatives to this palette if you want, you know, to create this similar look. I feel like you can. The Jaclyn Hill palette is really standing out to me right now, comparing it to this, because I feel like it has very similar colors. I mean, it's not identical, but there are very, very similar colors. I do feel like this palette is really beautiful. It's great quality, but I mean, is it really worth $100 and some? Probably not. There wasn't a lot of fallout, which I was really impressed with, but the shadows are nice. They're creamy, they're buttery. I love this look. I will continue to use this palette, but there's other alternatives. So don't think that you need to get this palette. You're not missing out on a whole lot, and there's other really great options out there if you don't want to spend a lot of money on this. So just being completely honest with you guys, I do feel like this is honestly pretty comparable to Anastasia formula. The only thing is there isn't as much fallout as with Anastasia. I really love this Sephora collection palette. The blushes in here are so gorgeous. I really love this highlighter up here as well. It's super vibrant, and I really also love this Becca highlighting palette. It is stunning, so wet, and just amazing on the skin. I'm actually really loving this Too Faced spray. I like the way my makeup looks right now, and like after I sprayed it, I just felt like it looked so hydrating and dewy without making me look oily. So this I really love. This Cover FX foundation, it's not that I don't like it, I'm just not really obsessed with light coverage foundations, especially when they're high end. I'd rather just go to the drugstore and get like a BB cream or something. You can build it up and you can get medium coverage, but I don't like that because I feel like there's not a lot of product in here, so you're gonna be going through this very quickly if you're going to be doing like a medium coverage foundation look every single day. So I'll probably honestly pass on this. I mean, I'm going to keep using it and I'll keep you posted, but right now I'm not like obsessed with that fact of it, but it does look nice on my skin. I just prefer it to be medium coverage right off the bat without having to use so much product. Oh, I almost forgot this primer. I do like it. I like the way it made my skin feel. I just don't really see like an absolutely totally difference in my pores or anything like that, so I don't feel like it's like out of this world amazing. So I'll keep using it and I'll let you guys know, but like it does feel really nice on the skin. I just don't know if it's really worth the $53 just yet, because I didn't really see anything crazy happen to my skin. Like, it's a nice primer, but $53, that's a little aggressive. So overall, I'm really happy with everything, and I'm gonna do a check-in for you guys in a few hours and let you guys know how everything is wearing. Right now it is 6:42 p.m. so I'm gonna come back in a little bit and I'll let you guys know how my makeup looks, so what I think, but so far I'm really happy. Oh, and really quick, let's do a flash test and see how this powder is gonna look in flash. I'm just gonna take the picture with my iPhone. Okay, it doesn't look as white as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to turn off my ring light and let's see again. Okay, so side by side, the one on the left is the one with the ring light on and the one on the right is without. Honestly, my face is not as white as I thought it was going to be. It is pretty white underneath my eyes, but it doesn't look super crazy. I mean, it does, like I said, it looks white. It definitely looks white, but I've had way worse. It doesn't look that bad. Alright guys, I'm gonna come back in a few hours and I'll let you guys know how everything is wearing, so I'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, so right now it is 9:39 p.m. So I've actually been wearing this foundation like since 6 p.m. so it's been almost 4 hours at this point. And typically with most of my foundations, this is the time where I usually have to touch up just because like my skin is combo and it tends to get really oily in between my brows a little bit. So this is what my makeup is looking like right now, and honestly I'm super impressed with the way that it looks. It still looks really matte. I did mention earlier that the foundation and the powder is matte, so that kind of explains it. So I do feel like everything looks really good, super smooth. You can see the lip color is faded right now. It does look kind of a little bit dry, like it kind of like clung into my dry patches on my skin a little bit, but it doesn't feel dry. Even still, when I'm like putting my lips together, my lips don't feel like cracked or anything like that. It still feels really smooth. Maybe that's what people mean when they say that the lipstick is dry, but like regardless, I still think it's really creamy. And I mean, I could use a little bit of touching up, but it's really not a big deal. I still really love the lipstick. I really love the bronzer that I use, the shade. I love the blush, love the highlighters. I'm super impressed with everything. Again, I just feel like, you know what, let me just touch on my lipstick really quick. Okay, so I touched it up. I think it looks so much better. I'm obsessed with the lip color. It's just so creamy. Honestly, I really just love it. I mean, you can get away with wearing it on its own and it's not gonna be like nasty feeling or anything, so I really do like that aspect of it. I do really love this Natasha Denona palette, but again, I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, it's really, really pretty. I love the formula, but Huda Beauty has great eyeshadows, Anastasia, the drugstore, so it's not really anything like extraordinary, like unlike no other, you know what I mean? Like it's not anything crazy. I mean, it's an eyeshadow palette, it's blendable, it's creamy, but there's other alternatives, so don't think that you need to buy that palette. Everything else though I really do love. I'm gonna keep playing around with this foundation because I do really like it. I just feel like I'm gonna run out of it really quick, and if it's like so expensive, I don't really think it's worth it, you know what I mean? So I want to get my money's worth out of a high-end foundation, so I'll keep using it, but I do really like the way it looks on my skin right now, and everything else I'm just like really happy for the most part. So I'll keep you guys posted. If anything changes, I will leave a pinned comment down below, but so far I'm really loving everything. So let me know if you've tried any of these products. What are your thoughts? Anything that you've tried that I talked about today, please leave me what you think down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I love you all, and I'll see you in a few days in my next one. Bye!